Hey now, who will be the knife of the week? Yeah, it's that time of the week again for knife of the week. First up, I want to show a couple of late entries into this week's knife nerdery. We got this guy right here. This is an interesting little guy right here. Check it out, man. It's got the horn scales, nickel silver pins. Scales are cracked down this end. Nothing unusual there. It's got the coined nickel silver liners with the rolled coined edges. Super cool, man. Yeah, interesting little lobster knife here. So let's get into her. First up, we've got, let's see what we've got here. First up, we've got a wee little clip blade. That's a little guy there. Yeah, very interesting. Nice little clip blade. Bam. Next up is, if I can get them out, there we go. Got a cute little pair of scissors in there. Not bad. Next up, what is this? We got a little shovel in here, apparently. This, I'm pretty sure, is a cuticle pusher. Could be used for whittling. They put a pretty sharp edge on this, so you could sharpen that up. I'm sure that would be good for carving or something like that. But, yeah, I'm assuming that's a cuticle pusher. Otherwise, I don't really know what it is. Then we've got another little clip blade. This is turning into some kind of little, like, lobster whittler thing going on here. Next up, we've got a single crosscut nail file with a nicely shaped cleaning tip. Always good to have. And then, again, we've got another small blade. This time a little pen blade with a couple of chunks taken out of her. She's had a rough life, but I'll address that. One of these days, I'll get around to fixing this guy. Yeah, and then finally, we've got the main blade here. Stamped Schumacher. I don't really know much about this. It was advertised as a German knife, Schumacher. I have no reason to assume it's anything but a German knife. Certainly sounds German. It doesn't have German or Solingen stamped on it anywhere, which is a bit unusual. But yeah, for a little pickup, cool little knife. This is a cool little manicure style knife. You know, not going to do anything heavy duty with it, but it's neat. You know, so it was definitely cool to see. Next up, we've got another gentleman's knife, another kissing crane this time. This one, unlike previous ones I've had, does not have the lobster file, long nail file on the back. This also has coined edges, which is cool, on brass liners in this case. Got a little corkscrew. Again, much like my other kissing crane, which I don't know where it is at the moment. It has been eaten by some kind of animals, chewed on it, which they love the taste of that tasty, tasty buffalo horn. But this is some really nice horn. Again, I love this when you get these little flourishes of cream in a very dark horn like that. That's absolutely stunning. So first up, we've got a little clip blade with the rust-free stamp and the image of the two kissing cranes, or kissing storks, whatever they are. And that's cool, it's got a clip blade. Usually these knives just have a straight pen blade, so that's kind of interesting that it has a clip blade, rather. Next up, we've got the requisite scissors. The spring is missing on this guy. I'll have to sort something out there because the way they do their spring is kind of sloppy. I'll probably have to drill that out if I wanted to fix this one, if I ever get around to it. Got enough projects on the bench. Finally, look at this stunning little blade. I mean, it's in great shape. Got a little bit of rust on it or something going on there. But, man, that's a great shape for a blade. Notice it's got a long swedge starting way back here. Goes all the way down. Nice little swedge. And, yep, again, we've got the rust-free with the kissing cranes. And on the back it says Robert Class Solingen. Very cool. So, sorry. I was out a little late last night. I'm recovering from it. Next up. Okay, so that does it for the new knives. So then our other contenders. I'm going to bring it back an old favorite. This is my 60s Climber Small. She's got a 5-turn corkscrew. Gotta have that reamer. Bam! Notice has no key ring, no bail, no scale tools. I love the look of this. This is just a great one to slip in your pocket, man. And just having it on me makes me feel like more of a man. Yeah, we've got the cap lifter with the screwdriver. Again, with the sharpened edge in here of stripping cables. That's how you know you got a good cap lifter. We've got the Plus Pack can opener. Bam! With the 2D Phillips. Got it going on. Got a nice little set of the highly lauded, much beloved, and mourned 84mm scissors. Then we've got a clip blade. Yeah, lovely, stubby little clip blade. Love that little guy. And then last but not least is the main blade. This one has this blade was in rough shape when I got it. The tip was banged up. I had to straighten the tip out, and you can just barely, if I hold it right, make out that there's the remnants of an etch, and it says Ottenberg Basel. Basel being a town in Switzerland, Ottenberg being a family that owned a knife store. Imagine that. How often does that happen? Victoria, Officier Suisse. Yeah, man, lovely. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is one of the first really cool knives I found. Then we've got some more recent acquisitions here. We've got my bam, Remington Scout knife with the two-piece can opener. Bam. This thing's heavily pitted. This thing has seen battle. Love this knife. I absolutely love this knife. This has been modified. There isn't something on it that's not messed up, but in a good way. You know, sometimes a knife gets so funky. Like guitars. Like, man, guitars, like a shiny new guitar is cool, but like nothing's older than a beat up old guitar that you know has seen some things. And I find the same thing to be true with knives. In my case, I find these old knives much more interesting than like a shiny new folder, you know, like. And man, look at that blade. Somebody modified this a long time ago. The pitting is even in the swedge. So this would have originally been just a scout blade like this, except without the long pull. Oh, this is another Remington Scout. I'm sneaking in there, but I do love this blade shape. I mean, part of me wants to take this blade. This one's got busted scales. This is a little three-piece Jones. My thinking was I might bust this down and fix the other one with it, but you know, I don't know. This has the nickel silver liners too, and that brings me to something else too that was brought to my attention. So my next contender and the obvious winner this week, the knife of the week, bam, right here. I don't even know why I showed you those other knives. There wasn't even a contest. I already knew this was the winner. This little junior Scout is just has put a smile on my face this week. This is one of the funnest little knives I've had in a while. The craftsmanship is brought to my attention that these are nickel silver liners, not steel. I just assumed steel. I just assumed it was a later one when they were starting to run out of brass or whatever. But they didn't really make it. I think they were done by 1935 and sold their stuff to Pal. So that wouldn't make any sense, I guess, would it? But yeah, they're nickel silver, so that's interesting. I don't really know what's up with that. Maybe that's like just something I overlooked. I always thought they had brass liners, but yeah, this has nickel silver. I just would have assumed they were steel. It didn't even occur to me they might be nickel silver until somebody mentioned it, and then I really looked at them, and you can see they don't have any pitting. They're not even the same color as the steel next to them. So yeah, they're nickel silver. But man, this is such a sweet little knife. We got the Boy Scout Be Prepared in the jigged bovine bone, faux antler thing going on. I love the color of this. There's such a wide variety of colors in these Scout knives, and this is just a beaut, man. We got the little miniature two-piece can opener. I just loved it. It's so over-designed. Like, it seems way more complex it just seems completely unnecessary to have to make this can opener out of two pieces. But apparently they seem to think it was stronger than the other ones. So go figure. Then we've got this awesome, unique-looking tool. No other cap lifter screwdriver looks like this that I've seen, so I absolutely love it, and it's just 100% original. This thing's just been kept in glorious condition. It doesn't even look like it's ever been polished or anything. It's just, been very lightly cared for. It's never been like, you know, given the once over. You know, it's got that old crud in there, but it's just been loved. Whatever happened to this knife? Golly. Let's do the reamer next. Bam. Or the punch. Sorry, this I like to call this a punch. This is a proper punch. I like this little punch. It's not something I would use a lot, but I like knowing it's there. And there's all kinds of alternative uses. There's always a good use for a sharp metal pokey thing. I will never not say that. Finally, we got this sweet blade. And what I like about this knife, the profile is so long and slender. It reminds me of like some of the like the CEO, some of those like executive type knives. Boker has one. I know the CEO from CK Cricket or whatever. And yeah, I just like that long, lean look. This is a great blade. It's got the swedge, the long pull. You can clearly make out the Remington UMC stamp on it. Just fabulous. The model number on the back. Just what a beauty. It is a little loose down here. All the tools are tight though. It's got this gap here. It's just a factory gap or it's warped or something. You know, I don't know. But man, it doesn't affect the use. All these tools are nice and tight and right. It's just a great little knife. And it's my pick for the knife of the week. Anyway, thanks for watching. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peter Grizz out.